French prosecutors have confirmed the Islamic State jihadist suspected of orchestrating the Paris attacks was killed in a major police raid. Abdelhamid Abaaoud, a Belgian of Moroccan origin, was linked to a series of extremist plots in Europe over the past 2 years. CCTV's Dan Williams reports from the French capital.
There's no doubt that Abdelhamid Abaaoud met a brutal death. His body was so riddled with bullets and shrapnel that forensics could only identify him through his fingerprints. And of course, some 5,000 rounds of ammunition were used in that raid yesterday. Now, the French Interior Minister, Bernard Cazeneuve, has been having his say on the raid and having his say on the identification that Abaaoud had indeed been killed in that raid. He says that there's no doubt that Abaaoud played a key role in the horrors of a week ago. He says that more of that will come out as the investigation continues. And he also says that this is not the first time that Abaaoud had planned terror attacks in France.
Les 6 attentats évités ou déjoués.
Of the 6 attacks avoided or foiled by French intelligence services since the spring of 2015, Abaaoud appears to be involved in 4 of them.
Well, Abaaoud's death comes as France looks to bring about another 3 months of a state of emergency. Now that, of course, comes after serious question marks as to how Abaaoud managed to remain undetected, moving from Syria into Belgium, into France, as I say, completely undetected. Serious question marks against the French intelligence chiefs here as well. And certainly these new powers will allow police new stop and search powers. It will also allow them to put people under house arrest more easily. We're almost a week since the horrific tragedy of a week ago. You can see behind me hundreds of people still paying their respects to those that died, the 129 people that died. France and Paris is still very much hurting from the events of a week ago. Dan Williams, CCTV, Paris.